Yo, what's up guys, it's Goblin here, welcome to this new episode. In today's video, we're going to be playing with probably the best deck in Clash Royale right now. This deck is so hard to defend that even pro players struggle defending with the pressure this deck applies. This is the exact same version the player used #1 ranked last season. And then this is the version of the same deck I like the most, so it's only swapping out the Skeleton Dragons for the Mother Witch. We're going to first play with the Mother Witch version, and then in the end I'm going to play some matches with the Skeleton Dragons version as well. You guys can choose which one you prefer. Okay, let's go guys. Hope we get to game #1. So as I said, I'm first gonna use this Mother Witch version, which is the version the #1 ranked season player Asaf used last season to finish #1. So he was using this deck with the Mother Witch, which in my opinion is also very strong. It can often create a lot of pressure. With the Royal Hawks, it's a really good counter against spammy cards like for example Bats, like for example Goblin Gang, or even other cards. So it looks like he does go with a Ram Rider. Unfortunate cycle right here. I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice my Mortar up high, and I don't really wanna lose the cannon card, so I think I'm gonna go with Bats up high to distract the Inferno Dragon, and hopefully this way the cannon card. Okay, looks like it's not gonna get anywhere because he does zap away the Bats. So yeah, kind of an unfortunate cycle, but I guess it's fine. It's always nice to start using your evolutions, so then you can start cycling towards the evolutions as soon as possible. So in this case, our evolutions are the Bats and are the Mortar. So I guess it's just gonna be like some kind of either Mega Knight or P.E.K.K.A deck. I'm not completely sure, but look like a Bridgefam type of deck, probably with either a Mega Knight or a P.E.K.K.A in there. So I think I'm gonna go Goblin Gang here up high just to make sure that the Bandit is not gonna be able to dash either on the tower or on the Mother Witch. And the Mother Witch here in the meantime is gonna create a little bit of pressure. It doesn't seem like it, but the Royal Hawks sometimes can actually act as I don't want to say a win condition, but it can definitely act as a lot of pressure and sometimes also get a lot of damage. Okay, I'm gonna go Skeleton King here in the middle. Why do I go with Skeleton King in the middle? Exactly, you guys can see it already. Both Cannoneers or both towers in general, if you place a troop in the middle against the Mega Knight, it can then deal with the Mega Knight both at the same time. Okay, looks like he does use the Zap. I think we can go with the Skeleton King ability on the left side. He does have Bomber, so I'm gonna have the arrows ready, and I'm gonna go with arrows as soon as possible. Hopefully those Skeletons can get a decent amount of damage, forcing out Bandit, but at the same time still get a little bit of chip damage on the left side tower. Okay, I'm not completely sure if this Cannoneer is gonna one-shot the Bandit. Okay, it was gonna one-shot it, or it did one-shot, but I wasn't completely sure. That's why I went with a Mortar, and anyways, I think the Mortar here in this situation is pretty good because his cycle was kind of awkward, and I feel like he was down a little bit of Elixir. So let's go with Goblin Gang here off to the side, making sure that we distract the Inferno Dragon. I think I'm gonna go Miner plus Bats here offensively as well, keeping up the pressure, and then let's see what he drops to defend this. Okay, I'm not sure if he is gonna spend the Evil Zap. That's perfect. He does go with a Mega Knight as well. Let's go with a cannon card. And I think he has Evil Bomber available, so we need to be very careful not placing the Skeleton King close in front of the tower, but rather up high in this case, for example, over here where we just placed it. Because as you guys can see, he does have the Evil Bomber, so let's go with arrows as soon as possible to take care of that. Let's go with a Goblin Gang here off to the side to make sure that we kill the Ram Rider and the Bandit as soon as possible. He does end up going with his Zap. Let's go with a Miner. And okay, let's go with Bats as well. Probably should have gone Bats a little bit quicker. If I did do so, we probably would have been able to protect the cannon card a little longer, but I guess it's fine. And this situation, the Mother Witch is very helpful because it's gonna help take care of the Inferno Dragon. It's then gonna help take care of the cards. We can go with Skeleton King. I think we can go with arrows here as soon as the Bomber walks inside, and I'm gonna go with a Miner behind the tower. Okay, he's probably gonna go Mega Knight. There you go. Let's go with ability. Even though the Mega Knight is there, I think the ability in this situation is still worth it because you spend 2 Elixir. You're gonna get quite a lot of value from the ability, and many times you will also be able to force out some Elixir. So the Mother Witch is still alive. Mother Witch in this situation is getting a lot of value. Let's go with another Mother Witch here on top of the Ram Rider as soon as we can. The left side Mother Witch is still getting a lot of value, and that's exactly why I think the #1 ranked player use the Mother Witch, because there's some situations where it's very, very strong. Of course, in other situations, maybe the Skeleton Dragons are better, but Mother Witch, we just saw it, is very, very strong as well. Very nice and easy W to start off today's video. Let's hop into game #2 right away. Let's give it a good luck. And what I like about this deck, what I think is probably one of the strongest things about this deck, is that it's so hard to defend. Like, almost no one knows how to really defend this deck, but at the same time, it also has a really solid defense. Like, I feel like the defense of this deck with the Cannoneer, with the Skeleton King, and just in general with all the cards we have in this deck, is just so hard to stop. So let's see what the opponent is gonna use here. I'm gonna go with a Miner on the right side to tank for those Bats. Looks like he does end up using the Zap, and I'm gonna go Goblin Gang at the bridge just to keep up the pressure. Probably force out something else. In this case, we force out the Bandit, and the Bandit should be dying pretty soon, either to the Goblins or to the Cannoneer. Okay, so we're up against P.E.K.K.A, which P.E.K.K.A, I would say that it's a decent matchup. We do need to be very careful for the Magic Archer, because you guys might have already noticed that our only spell is arrows, so we cannot directly kill the Magic Archer. But I think we should be fine. We can sometimes distract it with, for example, Bats, Cannon Card, or maybe miner directly on top of it. Okay, let's have the bets ready here. I think he might just go with a Zap on top of them, but it's mainly to start cycling towards the evolution. Oh, he does. Okay, he does go with an Electro Wizard. Okay, let's go with Cannon Card here in the middle, and I think I'm just gonna let this be, even though the Cannon Card is probably gonna end up dying. I think it should be fine. We can afterwards, if necessary, go. Yeah, let's go with the Skeleton King here up high, just to make sure that the Electro Wizard is not gonna get too much damage. If he would have went with a Magic Archer, it maybe would have gotten a little bit of damage, but I feel like it was quite an aggressive play from him. So I think he did a good job at not going Magic Archer like too offensively, rather get defensively here to take care of the Skeleton King. Okay, I'm gonna go Goblin Gang up high. The good thing for us is that he only has Zap. And okay, let's go with a miner here. Ooh, kind of a bad miner, a little bit too late. Should have minered earlier to take care of the Barbarian. Okay, let's go with a Mortar Evolution towards the right side. We also have the Evo Zaps available, or Evo Bets available, and he just used the Zap, so we can go with Bets here up high against the Bandit. And then we can have the Skeleton King here ready towards the right side. Okay, perfect. Let's go with Skeleton King now. I think I'm going to go Goblin Gang as well as soon as possible. And I'm just going to try and kind of overwhelm him here. Look in the meantime on the left side tower as well. He needs to spend Fireball on the Evo Mortar. We still have the Goblins alive. We still have the Miner plus Evo Bets on the left side. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. How are you supposed to defend this deck? Like, honestly, in some situations, it's just undefendable. It's such a deck which applies so much pressure left side, right side. So many different ways to pressure, many times with the Mortar, sometimes with the Miner, sometimes with the Skeleton King, Cannon Card. Like, there's just way too much pressure. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into game number 3. If we win this match, I'm gonna get to League 7, so let's focus up. And then after this match, I'm gonna switch to the Skeleton Dragons version. And in the end of the day, you guys can try out both versions. You can say, okay, I like the Mother Witch more, I like the Skeleton Dragons more. Personally, I guess also because I have more experience with the Skeleton Dragons, but also now playing with the Mother Witch, I'm definitely having a lot of fun, and it looks like a really strong card. We also saw it in game number 1, getting lots of values in many situations. Okay, not really sure what to cycle here. I think it's a Goblin Drill deck from the opponent, so I think gonna be key to keep our Skeleton King on defense. Don't really want to cycle Mother Witch just in case he has poison, but I don't want to cycle like really anything to give him spell value. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I guess I could cycle Mother Witch, but kind of up high, because this way we do not give him the chance to, unless he has Fireball. But if he, for example, has a poison or something else, he couldn't really go with the spell there. So let's go with a Miner behind the tower. Oh, nice ability by him. My idea, no, he actually has a Nado. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to have Nado. He even says thanks. Okay, this guy started with the BM right away. Let's focus up, guys. Even though we gave him the King Tower activation, I think we should be fine here. Let's go with the Cannon Card to take care of the Monk. Let's see what he's gonna do next. I think I'm gonna try and support the Cannon Card here with some bets, and maybe even with a Mortar in the same lane. Okay, he does go with Fire Spirit, he does go with Bomber. He's gonna have to go with the Tesla as well, but the Tesla's not the best play because the Mortar... okay, maybe I should have gone with arrows, or should I just let this be? And he also has a Lightning. Wait, what is this deck? Lightning, Monk, Nado. I'm not really sure what win condition he's gonna have. I was expecting him to have Goblin Drill, but after seeing the Lightning, I don't really think it's gonna be Goblin Drill, to be honest, so I'm not completely sure. I think I'm gonna have to go arrows. Normally, Mother Witch against spammy cards is really good, but against the evil skeletons, I wouldn't really recommend using the Mother Witch. Why? Because most of the times the skeletons are just gonna stack up, gonna take care of the Royal Hawks really easily, and it doesn't really pay off for you to do that play. Okay, let's go with the Cannon Card towards the right side. I'm gonna go Skeleton King here towards the left side. Knowing that he has Lightning, we need to be very careful when to give him or where to place our troops. And oh, looks like it's Electro Giant. Okay, I definitely did not expect Electro Giant from the opponent here. I'm gonna go Miner towards the Bomber, and I'm gonna, I don't know if I should, I think I should go with a Mortar defensively. Like, honestly, against Electro Giant, I don't really think we should go with Mortars offensively. Maybe in some situations we can, but especially in this situation when he already had the Electro Giant on the field, I don't think it was really worth it. So let's go with the Cannon Card, let's go with the Mother Witch here as well. I'm gonna go with Evil Bets plus Miner towards the right side, and I think here I'm gonna go with a Skeleton King towards the right side as well. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a small spell, so that could definitely be good for us. We can maybe pop the ability right side and get something going here. Okay, let's go with ability, let's go with arrows to take care of the Bomber. Let's go with Goblin Gang here at the bridge as well. Look at the left side in the meantime. That Royal Hawk, oh, nice Nado by him though, but still good amount of pressure left side, right side. And that is why it's so important with this deck to pressure both lanes. As you guys can see, this guy was controlling the match pretty well. We started playing more offensively, we started applying more pressure on both lanes, and just like that, we're back in the game, and I would say better than ever. So let's go with a Cannon Card here at the bridge, forcing out probably a Tesla or maybe something high, and then, okay, looks like we force out the Electro Giant. I'm gonna go with Mortar here, just to make sure that we do not give him that easy lightning value on the tower and all the troops. So in this case, he can lightning the troops, he can lightning the Mortar, but he will not be able to also lightning the tower. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Gang here off to the side. And I think at this point we just need to play kind of like time. I don't think we need to go dead offensively, but at the same time we should also not be playing too defensively, because if we only defend, then he's just able to yeah, apply a lot of pressure, make a huge push, and it might be difficult for us to defend it. So I think at this point we're just going to cycle, apply a little bit of pressure with like miners here and there, and then besides that just try to defend the Electro Giants as good as possible. So let's go with a Skeleton King, let's go with a Goblin Gang here off to the side as well, and I'm going to go with a Mortar up high as soon as he spends the Lightning. As you guys can see, he does end up going with the Lightning, and even though he has Lightning, he can't really get a lot of value on the troops, because as you guys can see, we just have so many different ways to yeah, apply pressure. We can go with Cannon Cart, we can go with Skeleton King, Mother Witch, Mortar. Like, we just have a lot of things that he can potentially Lightning, and there's way too many troops get to be able to always get a good Lightning. So as you guys can see, even Mortar is still alive. We can go with a Skeleton King up high. He does go with a Lightning, so the Mortar does end up dying, but I think here this is still, yeah, very good situation for us. And also, if you guys notice what I'm doing right now, I'm just applying a lot of pressure, so he cannot go offensively. Like, if you guys notice, he's just focused on defense. Even though he's holding on, he's not losing the tower, he's still not able to go offensively. So at this point, it's just a matter of time. I'm forcing him to spend elixir defensively, so he cannot go offensively. And in this way, we end up winning the match. Yeah, 100% sure. Because, of course, if he cannot go offensively, he's not going to deal any damage to our tower. And we're going to win because of the yeah, damage advantage we made throughout the match. So really good game. I'm gonna give him a good game. Now it's time to switch to the same deck, but with Skeleton Dragons instead of the Mother Witch. Okay, let's go, guys. So now I'm here with the same deck, but as I just mentioned, with the Skeleton Dragons instead of the Mother Witch. Hopefully we're not gonna face like Graveyard or something. That will be really sad after switching that one card, but I think both cards are a really good yeah, fit in this deck. I honestly just think it depends on your personal, how do you say, like kind of how do you say that, like your personal preference, I think you would say in English. So let's see what this guy is running. He does go with skeletons. He has a fisherman as well. I think I'm gonna go Goblin Gang here in the middle as soon as the fisherman walks up a little bit more. Unfortunately, it's not in range of the cannoneer, but I guess it's fine. And here in the meantime, I'm gonna go with a Skeleton King up high, distracting that Mother Witch. Okay, so what is this? Is this gonna be... I think this might be Royal Hawks. I'm not sure. Oh, that's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna go Cannon Cart here, because if not, the Mother Witch was gonna hit the Spear Goblin, create another Royal Hawk, distract the Cannoneer, and probably get a lot of damage there. So I think that was the yeah, play to go with Cannon Cart, even though it's not the best Cannon Cart. I guess it's fine. And this is a good example where the Skeleton Dragons are really good, unless he can get instantly fireball them. But most of the times in this type of situation, the Skeleton Dragons can get a lot of value. So let's go with bets here in the meantime to also distract the Seppies. Skeleton Dragons doing a really good job at distracting and killing everything. And then here I'm gonna go with Skeleton King plus Goblin Gang. I'm not sure if he's back to Valkyrie. If he's back to Valkyrie, that's not the best play. But in the meantime, anyways, they do get quite a lot of value taking care of the Mother Witch, taking care of the Seppies, and he is back to Valkyrie, so that's exactly why I did not go with ability. Because imagine I would ability there, I'm just throwing away 2 elixir. Like in most situations, Skeleton King ability is really good because you force, for example, a spell, which also costs 2 elixir. You force, I don't know, like really anything. In most situations, it's always worth it, but knowing that he, for example, has a Valkyrie, or knowing that he has a specific card in cycle, then I would not recommend going with ability. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do here. Looks like, oh, he went with Fisherman. I don't know if that was a prediction on the Cannon card. If that was a prediction on the Cannon card, that was a really nice play from him. Or was he just trying to distract the... I guess he was just trying to distract the Mortar a little bit longer, but that almost ended up being a prediction on the Cannon card. So that would have been a yeah, pretty sick prediction from him. Let's in the meantime set up a Skeleton King. Let's go with Cannon card. And I'm gonna pressure opposite lane, knowing that he has Valkyrie, knowing that he has Giant Skeleton. I think it's a very important matchup where we should be pressuring both lanes at the same time, not really allowing him to defend well both lanes. So let's see what we can do. I think here is a good moment to go with ability. No, unfortunately, it did not pop. That's very unfortunate, because I think there it would have been able to get quite a lot of value, especially since we already took care of the Mother Witch right there. So let's go with Miner, let's go with Evil Bets. As you guys can see, Evil Mortar is still alive as well. We can go with another Cannon card. And I'm telling you guys, how do you defend this deck? Like, honestly, he has pretty good answers. He has Mother Witch, he has Valkyrie, he has Giant Skeleton, he has Fisherman. He has quite a lot of decent answers against our spammy cards, but it's just way too much spammy cards. Like, I also struggle a lot playing against this deck. I've seen many pro players, like including, for example, Ian77 and other players in my video I uploaded yesterday, no, 2 days ago, excuse me, watching the best players in the play this deck, or in the world play this deck. It's just so hard to defend. Okay, let's go, guys. Hopping into the next match. So far we're undefeated. As I'm saying, yeah, as I just mentioned, this deck is super hard to defend, and we're also seeing it. Like, many players in the video had decent answers. I would say even decent matchups, but it's just, yeah, really difficult to hold on and defend, especially when you get those combinations like the Evil Mortar, Evo Bets, Miner, Skeleton King, Cannon Card. Like, if you're in double leagues or if you're able to kind of cycle lots of troops at the same time on the field, especially in both lanes at the same time, I feel like at some point you're just gonna break through the defense. Like, it's very, very hard to face a deck which can never defend. So let's see what we're facing here. I think I'm gonna go Skeleton Dragons to support the Skeleton King. I'm wondering if he's gonna have a big spell to take care of it, or is he just gonna let that be? Okay, Tesla. Ooh, this might be a Miner control deck. I think this might be Miner Rocket, guys. Okay, Miner Rocket is gonna be interesting. This is an example of a matchup which is not gonna be easy. But I think even though he has Valkyrie, or not Valkyrie, even though he has Delivery, Lock, and a lot of cards good against our deck, I think we still have a chance of beating him here. So let's go with Skeleton Dragons up high to take care of the Tesla, allowing the Mortar to stay alive, allowing the Mortar to lock onto the tower, and I'm gonna have the Skeleton King ready as soon as the Dark Prince gets closer to the tower. Ooh, unfortunate timing there, but I just want to make sure that the Skeleton King is tanking and distracting the Dark Prince so the Mortar can lock on for a little bit of more damage. My idea there was to let the Dark Prince walk up a little bit longer or a little bit more to the right side tower, be able to be in range and help kill it. But anyways, it's fine. I think he has Rocket as a spell, so that's kind of good for us because, of course, Rocket is not the best card you want to use against, for example, Skeleton Dragon push. Sometimes we can be really annoying with like different type of pushes and different type of cards. So let's see if he uses the delivery. If he does, oh, looks like he goes with the Evil Skeletons. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Bets here because I feel like he's gonna go with his delivery. I'm not gonna support it anymore, but we could go with a Skeleton King here. He's probably, oh, he went with the Evil Tesla. Okay. That's pretty good for us, because now we can pressure the left side lane, knowing that the Evil Tesla's out of cycle. I'm gonna go with Skeleton Dragons here as soon as possible. I'm gonna pop the ability. And I'm even gonna go more to the left side, even though we did already get a lot of damage on the right side, but he has the Evil Tesla there on the right side. So we cannot really go with, like the Mortar into the right side lane right now. Okay, let's go with Cannon Card. We are able to take care of the Tesla pretty easily. Let's go with a Goblin Gang here as well. He does go with Skeletons. We do end up killing the Skeletons. We do end up killing the Dark Prince. Let's go with Miner plus Bets. And he's probably going to have to go with Delivery left side, or is he going to take the damage? Okay, looks like he's going to take the damage. Go with the Delivery on the right side. And in the meantime, the left side also got a good amount of damage here. So definitely not an easy matchup. He has Lock, he has Quick Cycle, we have Dark Prince. But we should be able to, if we're playing well, if we continue playing like this, hopefully get the W here. Okay, let's go with the Skeleton King up high. I'm gonna go with a Mortar here as well afterwards. I'm gonna go with a Miner towards the tower to continue chipping down the right side lane. And let's wait and see what he does. Okay, looks like he goes with a Delivery. We can go with Bets up high. He does end up spending the E-Spirit, so that's good for us. We can go with Goblin Gang. Not a good prediction on the Miner, but still a pretty good situation. Mortar is able to get even more damage on the right side tower, and slowly but surely we are chipping down his right side tower. As you guys can see, Evil Tesla also goes down. We can cycle a Cannon Card. We can probably go with Mortar, but I'm gonna wait a little bit just in case he goes with like a Rocket prediction. Some people do try to sometimes make like fancy plays with the Rocket, but this guy didn't even use the Rocket at all yet. I think, I don't think he used it, right? I don't think he used it a single time in this match. Let's go with Skeleton King. Let's go with let's go with Bets up high on top of the Tesla. Cannon Card is still alive as well there. Let's go with the Evil Mortar. And I think at this point, it's probably gonna be a good game. As you guys can see, even though he has Dark Prince, Quick Cycle, Evil Tesla, Delivery, Lock, it's just so hard to defend this Mortar deck. Like, look at our towers as well. He's mainly focused on defending, trying to defend during the entire match, and still not able to defend. Okay, let's go, guys. Hoping into the last match of today's video. So far, we're 5-0. Let's see if we can get another W with the Skeleton Dragon version. So far, with the Mother Witch, we got the 3 wins. Right now, I'm 2-0 with the, the Skeleton Dragons version is, of course, the same deck. But as I mentioned before, it's kind of your, personal preference to choose whatever you prefer. So it looks like we're up against the Goblin Drill deck. Let's go with Mining here up high against the Wizard. Let's then go with Skeleton King. And I think when you're facing Goblin Drill, it's of course impossible to always have your Skeleton King available, but it's very important to kind of keep it in cycle, because Skeleton King in this deck is probably your best Goblin Drill counter. So it's also very important to kind of think, okay, I'm facing I don't know, let's say like a Goblin Drill deck, I'm facing whatever type of deck. Always try to keep your counters available, your counters in cycle, to be able to then afterwards please kill the Bomber. Ooh, that's unfortunate that the Bomber was able to splash on all those skeletons. If not, we were able to probably even get way more damage on the left side, but still pretty good start. I'm gonna continue pressuring. Let's go with a Mortar, and okay, I will take that. Even though we are gonna lose the Mortar pretty fast, we are gonna pop the Suspicious Bush, and then afterwards we should be able to also deal with the Wizard very easily. So let's go with the Cannon Card here. I think he's gonna be running Drill Tornado. So yeah, he already showed Tornado actually. So it is indeed gonna be Goblin Drill Tornado. I think I need to be careful when to go with the miners in the safe spot and when to go with the miners behind the tower. For example, this is the safe spot. This is where the opponent can never activate the King Tower with a Tornado, but in other situations, it's definitely worth it to go with the miner behind the tower. So let's go with bets here. Let's have the Skeleton King ready. Let's go with Skeleton King now. And ooh, nice Tornado. Even though he's gonna have a lot of damage here with the Bomber Splash, I think we're still gonna just take the damage and then focus on our push. We have the Evil Mortar available, so don't be afraid to sometimes take a little bit of damage, because exactly, he spent a lot of elixir there. So let him spend the elixir, let him get that little bit of damage, and then afterwards you're gonna be able to destroy him in the counter push, or in this case with the Evil Mortar. Okay, I'm gonna go Cannon Card here up high, just to make sure that we protect the Mortar long enough to where it's probably gonna take the tower. As you guys can see, right, the tower is gonna go down. And even though he has his Wizard, he has Barbell, he has NATO, he has a lot of, yeah, kind of anti-spam card, anti-mortar cards, we're still able to get so much value. This guy at this point just gave up. I don't know why he's sending that emote. I mean, honestly, I don't know what you just did there, my friend. Even though you did kind of make a nice play with the NATO, that just, yeah, made you lose the game. So that's gonna be it for the last video, or for the last game of today's video. Amazing video. We went 6-0 with this Mortar Miner deck. You guys choose Mother Witch or Skeleton Dragons, but both versions, as we just saw, are really, really strong. Let me know in the comment section below which version you're gonna try, or are you gonna try both and then afterwards choose which one you prefer. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to smack the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.